The money I spent on this was the most regretful lessons from life at 70. As we go through life, we make countless decisions about how we spend our money, from big purchases like homes and cars to smaller luxuries like vacations and hobbies. Our spending habits evolve as our needs and priorities change. But as we age, especially once we reach our 70s, we often find ourselves reflecting on the choices we made along the way. Some of those choices bring us great joy and fulfillment, while others leave us with a lingering sense of regret. For many people, the things they spent money on in their younger years feel like wasted opportunities when they look back in their later years. The money I spent on this was the most regretful is a sentiment commonly expressed by those in their 70s, reflecting on past financial decisions. This article will explore the areas where people often feel they wasted money and the life lessons that can help others make more mindful spending decisions, ensuring that their resources are used in ways that truly add value and happiness to their lives. One of the most common regrets people express as they age is the amount of money they spent on material possessions that didn't bring lasting happiness. In their 30s, 40s and 50s, many people get caught up in the consumer culture, believing that having more will make them happier or more fulfilled. But once they reach their 70s, they often look back and realize that most of these things were unnecessary. Consumer culture encourages people to buy the latest gadgets, the nicest clothes, the biggest homes, and the most luxurious cars. But as time passes, the excitement of these purchases often fades, and people are left with clutter and less financial security. It's not uncommon for older adults to look around their homes and feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of things they've accumulated over the years, many of which no longer serve a purpose. In hindsight, many people realize that experiences, not things, bring the most joy. The fancy car or designer handbag may have brought temporary satisfaction, but it's the memories of time spent with loved ones, the adventures they embarked on, and the personal growth they experienced that truly stand out in their minds. Focus on spending money on experiences rather than accumulating material possessions. While it's natural to want nice things, it's essential to recognize when those purchases are driven by a desire for status or a temporary thrill rather than a true need. In the long run, investing in experiences such as travel, hobbies, and meaningful relationships will likely bring more happiness than the latest gadget or piece of furniture. Another significant area of regret for many older adults is the amount of money they spent helping others, especially family members, without setting clear boundaries. While it's natural to want to support your children, grandchildren or friends during times of need, giving too much can strain your own financial stability, especially in retirement. For many parents and grandparents, there's a strong desire to help their loved ones, whether it's paying for college, helping with a down payment on a home, or covering unexpected expenses. However, this generosity can sometimes spiral out of control. When you continuously give without considering your own financial future, you may find yourself in a precarious situation in your later years. Many older adults regret not setting clearer financial boundaries with their children and family members. They reflect on the fact that while they gave generously out of love, it often came at the expense of their own financial security and well-being. Some even admit that they felt obligated to give, fearing judgment or disappointment if they said no. It's essential to find a balance between generosity and financial responsibility. While it's wonderful to support your loved ones, it's equally important to ensure that you're not jeopardizing your own financial future. Before giving significant financial gifts or covering expenses for others, evaluate whether you can truly afford it and whether it's in your long-term best interest. Set clear boundaries with your children or family members about how much financial assistance you can provide. It's okay to say no if it means protecting your own financial security. Remember, taking care of your own needs ensures that you won't become a financial burden on others later in life. Delaying retirement savings. I thought I had more time. A common regret among people in their 70s is not starting their retirement savings early enough. In their younger years, many people focus on immediate expenses and desires, buying homes, cars, or indulging in vacations, and delay putting money away for retirement. Unfortunately, this often leads to financial stress later in life when they realize that their savings are insufficient to support the lifestyle they envisioned. The pitfall of procrastination. In your 20s, 30s, and even 40s, retirement can feel like a distant reality. Many people assume they'll have plenty of time to save for retirement once they reach their 50s or 60s. However, the power of compound interest means that the earlier you start saving, the more your money will grow over time. Delaying retirement savings, even by a few years, can have a significant impact on how much money you have available when you're no longer working. People in their 70s often look back and regret not contributing more to their retirement accounts when they were younger. They may have spent money on things they didn't need or chosen to live a lifestyle that wasn't sustainable for the long term. Now, they find themselves having to make difficult choices about how to manage their limited resources in retirement. The lesson: start saving for retirement as early as possible, even if it means making small sacrifices in your daily life. The earlier you begin, the more time your money has to grow, thanks to compound interest. It's also essential to regularly review your retirement savings and make adjustments as needed to ensure that you're on track to meet your financial goals. For those who are already in their 50s or 60s, it's not too late to catch up. Consider working with a financial advisor to develop a plan that will help you maximize your savings in the years leading up to retirement. While it may require cutting back on certain luxuries or making more strategic investment choices, the peace of mind you'll gain from being financially secure in retirement will be worth it. Failing to invest in health and well-being. I didn't prioritize my health when I should have. One of the most profound regrets people have as they age is that they didn't invest in their health when they had the opportunity. In our younger years, it's easy to take our health for granted. We often assume that our bodies will continue to function as they always have, or we push off important health decisions until later. However, once you reach your 70s, the cumulative effects of poor health choices can become impossible to ignore. The cost of neglect. Many people in their 70s look back and regret the choices they made or didn't make regarding their health. Whether it's neglecting regular exercise, eating poorly, smoking, or ignoring medical advice, the consequences of these decisions often catch up with us as we age. Chronic conditions like heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and mobility issues can make life much more challenging in later years, and these conditions are often preventable with early intervention and lifestyle changes. In addition to the physical toll, failing to invest in health can have a significant financial impact. Medical expenses, including prescription medications, treatments, and surgeries, can quickly add up, putting a strain on your retirement savings. The lesson: your health is your most valuable asset, and it's never too early or too late to invest in it. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and routine medical checkups can go a long way in preventing chronic diseases and maintaining your quality of life as you age. If you've neglected your health in the past, now is the time to make positive changes. Don't view health-related expenses, such as gym memberships, healthy food, or preventive care, as luxuries. These are investments that will pay off in the form of a longer, healthier, and more independent life. Prioritize your well-being and make health-conscious decisions a part of your daily routine. Spending money to impress others. I wasted money trying to keep up with everyone else. In our younger years, it's easy to get caught up in the desire to keep up with others. Whether it's buying the latest fashion, driving a luxury car, or living in a bigger house, many people feel pressure to spend money in ways that will impress others. Unfortunately, these spending habits often lead to regret later in life, especially when it becomes clear that the approval of others didn't bring lasting happiness. The trap of social comparison. From a young age, we're conditioned to compare ourselves to others. We look at what our friends, neighbors, and colleagues are doing and feel compelled to keep up. Whether it's hosting extravagant parties, taking luxury vacations, or buying the latest tech gadgets, many of us spend money not because we genuinely want or need something, but because we believe it will make us look more successful or fit in with our peers. As people enter their 70s, they often reflect on how much money they wasted trying to impress others. They realize that the approval or admiration they sought was fleeting, and that the people whose opinions they valued so highly may no longer even be a part of their lives. Worse yet, they may find that they sacrificed their financial security for the sake of appearances. The lesson: stop comparing yourself to others and focus on what truly makes you happy. The pursuit of material wealth or social status can leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled in the long run. Instead, invest your time, energy, and money in things that bring you genuine joy, whether that's spending time with family, pursuing a hobby, or traveling to places that inspire you. Remember that financial security and peace of mind in your later years are far more valuable than the fleeting approval of others. Make spending decisions that align with your values and priorities rather than what society or your social circle expects. Conclusion: spending wisely for a life without regrets. As people reflect on their lives in their 70s and beyond, they often recognize the areas where they could have spent their money more wisely. Whether it's material possessions, financial support for others, retirement savings, health investments, or keeping up appearances, there are many ways in which past spending decisions can lead to regret. However, the good news is that these lessons can help others make more mindful financial choices, ensuring that their money is spent in ways that truly add value to their lives. By focusing on what really matters, health, relationships, experiences, and financial security, you can avoid the regrets that so many older adults face and create a future that's filled with peace, fulfillment, and joy.